are about to meet a very special guest who joins us from the UK. I have a favor to ask. She's given me her phone, and her son is on Instagram and is a big fan. So what we want to do is make sure we give her the biggest welcome when she comes on stage. I'm going to be filming this throughout her intro, and I need your help. So when I say her name is Lady Marieme Jamme, you give a huge round of applause because it's going to be on Instagram, okay? And this is going out to her son. So our next speaker is working in 79 countries, no less, to deliver 1 million women and girl coders by 2013. I'm going to start filming now. Okay, so let's welcome to the Banco Sabadell stage at 4 years from now, right now, a very inspiring woman. She's helping 1 million women coders and girl coders by 2030. She's the Chief Sustainability Officer and founder at I Am The Code. Please give it up for Lady Marieme Jamme. Thank you.
Wow, are you nervous? I am nervous. She's amazing. Whew. Wow. The next 15 minutes will be amazing for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. My name is Lady Marieme Jamme. I am the founder of I Am The Code. And I want to tell you very quickly, because we don't have a lot of time, I want you to go home tonight totally inspired. I want you to take action tonight. You are in a very, very, very lucky place. For you to be here today, it's really amazing. So I had to come because Carlos fought so hard for me to be here. And my team in New York said to me, this guy called Carlos, 1 year to go, the last time I gave a keynote in Barcelona was in 2019 before COVID. So thank you for being here. We love the work we do at I Am The Code, we really do. You know, we are the first global movement that is helping right now young women and girls to learn how to code. We're not a coding program. There are a plethora of coding programs. But I've got one single vision and mission. And no matter what happens, I will teach 1 million women and girls how to code. Because I didn't go to school personally. I didn't have the background many people have today. I had a very, very difficult childhood. For me to stand up here to talk to you today is really, really amazing story. When I was growing up, I was abandoned by my mother at the age of 5. And at 11 years old, I was sexually raped by my Quranic teacher. My country is a Muslim country in Senegal. I didn't go to school. I didn't have the chance to go to school at all. And that really gave me a drive and a passion to make sure that whoever is growing up today in Africa, a young girl growing up, will not go and suffer like I suffered. And when I was 13, I was taken away from my country to France. So it's really a difficult childhood. For you to see my photo today here in Barcelona, it's an amazing journey, which I'm really proud and humble of. I Am The Code is changing lives all across the world, not just in the UK, where I am today, living safely in the Southeast, but it's also changing life in Europe, in China, in Japan, everywhere. I'm about to go to Kakuma refugee camp in Kenya. 250,000 people live in that camp. Next door is Dadaab. We have girls from Somalia, Burundi, Kinshasa. They're the first girls in a refugee camp setting to learn how to code. The girls are doing amazing work. That's where I'm going to open for the first time the I Am The Code Academy for the young refugees. This data matters. If you love data like I do, you know I will reach this goal. You know that. Because you believe in what I'm saying. Many people think it's difficult to teach girls how to code. Yes, it is hard. But when you're a marginalized girl, growing up in Senegal, in Burkina Faso, in DRC, or even in a council estate where I am in the UK, you know it's hard. It is hard to teach people how to code. Because coding is not for everyone. But I know that I Am The Code, I can do this. I know I can. I've got 8 years to go. And your support and your kindness, your generosity will allow me to have a strength and courage to go and tell the government, please, let's help young women and girls. And now we're including boys as well. So boys, don't feel left out. So I travel across the world. I'm just going to pass through the slides for you to know This young woman you see is my investment. She's an amazing young woman. Her name is Sunday. Sunday came from a very, very traumatic background from South Sudan. And today, she's learning how to code. She's writing her story on HTML, which is really amazing. It's really amazing to see a young refugee girl in a 50-degree heat in a refugee camp where there is no water, no sanitation, no sanitary pad. She is learning how to code because I know that on the 20th of September 2030, Sunday will be coding her life, will be writing her story because she's learning HTML, Java, CSS, all the fundamentals of coding because technology has no race, no gender, no age, no class. If I can stand up here today to tell you that I'm a full-stack developer, 7 coding languages in 2 years, Sunday can do that. But I have to travel all the way from Kenya, from Turkana County, 9 hours flight on an economy class to go and help Sunday. Because I'm a concerned African. And you can feel that on my voice, that I am so passionate to make sure young women and girls all across the world can learn how to code. And Sunday will be one of them. They must dare to code. Coding changes your life. It does. It's changing her life right now. We need connectivity. We are here today in Barcelona. We need connectivity, infrastructure, and content. We need that for the girls. We need that. Many people here can give that to the young women and girls. Why they should be struggling to have Wi-Fi in a refugee camp? Why? We must ask ourselves that. Why do I have to pay money for Sunday to have access to connectivity? It's not okay. So my work is around humanity, kindness, and compassion, making sure that we take care of our people. Technology is good. Making profit is good. But we must take care of people. We follow the Education 4.0 taxonomy. I'm very lucky to sit at the World Economic Forum where I'm advising on how do we reskill the most marginalized on Earth. People are struggling all across the world to be digitally literate. So we use this taxonomy. I'm happy to send it to all of you. But whatever you are designing from today to the next 8 years, think about the people you are designing it for. We have joined the World Economic Forum as Education 4.0, a lighthouse. That's why the academy we are launching in a refugee camp, no one has ever launched an academy in a refugee camp for young women and girls. And so you are listening to this now, and you are part of the history we are creating in a refugee camp. Right now, we have over 45,000 girls into I Am the Code program in 79 countries, all across the world. It's a very hard work, but I am really proud that in 2030, we're going to achieve this. I teach girls computing. All of us in this room today, we are learning hardware and software. We are selling so many things. We're going to make money. I know the sales guys are looking to make money. But imagine if you give Sunday a computer, if you help Sunday to have connectivity. On top of that, help her with her mental health. Give her some period panties. Give her some love and support and compassion and kindness. Maybe in 2030, maybe in 2040, she'll be standing here sharing her story with you. I believe coding is the future. I really do. Coding has changed my life. Because of coding, I can now earn money, and 36% of my company profit goes to refugee camps and help young African girls who are struggling right now in Africa because they don't have anyone to look after them. Our journey is very, very, everyone knows where we started. There are some problems with the slides, but, I created I Am the Code out of frustration. I wanted to make sure young women and girls have access to technology and innovation. We have formed so many partnerships across the world. The refugee camps are places where people are living. We like it or not, it does exist. Dadaab, 258,000 people. Kakuma refugee camp, the same. In Africa, we have over 6 million refugees. It's a lot of people who need our help. And I believe technology can do that. Technology can change the life of these people. We have refugees in Europe. I was in Austria a couple of days ago. And then in Paris, where I'm trying to tell government, we must give tools to refugees. They're human beings. Being a refugee is not written on your back. Being a child who was molested as a child, It's not written on my back, because if I didn't share my story, you would not know about it. So as human beings, we must do something. We must do something so passionate about it. We must change the life of people. We've been featured at NASDAQ. We partner with WEF. We have mentoring programs. You are very welcome to mentor these young women and girls from the favelas of Brazil to the slums of Kibera in Kenya. And don't even forget about the bad places, the hard, tough places in Latin America where young girls and boys are right now waiting for your support. One of the other things I want to share before we go is that we have launched our I Am the Code digital platform. If you are working in the coding industry, if you have programs that are teaching girls how to code and boys how to code, you know how hard it is to get content. We must have content, infrastructure, content, and connectivity. It's expensive. Education is expensive. But we build this platform now with Skillsoft and the World Economic Forum. You know, you can have, it's over 25,000 courses. You can have it for free. If you are growing up from Kinshasa to Senegal to Burkina Faso, you can go and learn how to code for free. No one should pay for education. It's expensive. Not everyone will have access to it, so we must give it to people for free. You can go now on I Am the Code platform and learn how to code. Our girls get featured everywhere across the world. I want the world to hear from them. Madam Sabela is an amazing teacher based in Kakuma refugee camp in Kenya. We also train her so she can do well for her girls. I'm going to Kakuma, as I said earlier. This is Basatana Kumalo. She is Miss South Africa 1994. She's coming with me. I'm trying to bring my fellow Africans. I'm trying to talk to my fellow Africans. We will develop Africa if all of us have kindness, compassion, empathy in our heart to see the way our people are living right now in our continent. And technology can do this. So she's traveling all the way to South Africa to come with me in Kakuma refugee camp to meet her fellow Africans. We have podcasts. You can go and listen to my podcast. It's over 120 episodes. I'm trying to tell the world we must listen to young people, boys and girls all across the world. The point I'm trying to make here, ladies and gentlemen, is that you can look into yourself today and go and do something so good for the world. We must do something for the world. Those are my co-hosts in Liverpool. I Am the Code is not just in Africa, we're all across the world. Those are my young girls who have their tablets. When I see this photo, it makes me really, really proud. But it also makes me very angry, and I cry all the time because I'm asking myself, why do we need to wait for so long? Why do we need to wait for so long for these young women to have access? Our girls in Brazil are now working for big companies. They're the first black girls in Salvador to work for a big tech company. Those are the Rwandese. If you're looking right now for Rwandese coders, I've got 2,000 plus Rwandese coders. They suffered from the genocide. They are now coding. Paul Kagame is making sure the Rwandese are learning how to code. They're all full stack developers, so you are very welcome to hire them. The platform is here, like I said, the platform is built, it was built during COVID-19 to make sure that everyone can learn how to code for free. No one pays. You go and learn the fundamentals of coding, life skills, and soft skills. And this is my gift to the African continent, because content is very, very expensive. The digital platform is a 12-week blended curriculum. It's an amazing platform. I sat down 2 years in building it, because I knew after COVID-19, we're going to go back to our habits, and we're going to forget people. We're going to forget the marginalized girls and boys. We will forget them. Because human beings, that's our nature. We forget people. But the girls now can go and learn any tool, anything they want. 25,000 courses. I'm begging companies all across the world to make sure we're having content on sustainability, content on AI, content on machine learning, content on data, content on cybersecurity. Imagine these Kakuma girls, the refugees, using your content. It's good to do good. Technology must be for good. I listen to girls, because when I was growing up, no one listened to me. I never had a Lady Marieme in my life. I didn't have a mentor. The reason why I'm so passionate and so determined to make sure 1 million women and girls will learn how to code. People are asking me, why don't you do 10 million? Why don't you do 20 million? 1 million is an impact. I want to make a point that girls and boys from refugee camps, where they're sitting right now, are struggling. They don't have a passport. They're stateless. No one cares about them. They're statistic and data. And I want to make sure the girls have access. What I want to let you know before I leave this stage right now is that you have the opportunity to go today on the I Am the Code platform and sign up to our digital platform. But you also can look into yourself as you go home and take the train or the plane back home and say, I met this woman today called Lady Marieme. She has asked me to combine humanity, kindness, and compassion. The world, we have money, we have skills, we have everything we need. All we need to do is to go and give it to people that need it. We must design solutions that the world needs. We must do this. So don't go home without having an objective. I'm begging you, and I want you to know that the world needs you. Go out there and build solutions for my Kakuma refugee girls in Kenya. And please welcome to join our academy. It's going to be the first ever academy launched in a refugee camp setting. And I'm proud as an African woman to give this to my people. Thank you.